Alright, in this short little video, I want to show you how to set a global minimum volume, as in all the way down, and a global maximum volume, as in all the way up. You'll notice by default I have it stop at about right there, 3 little squares. And by default I have it stop at about -4 squares. So that's probably about 80%, and the low is probably, oh, it's up 30%. So I've done that obviously on purpose so that when you turn down the master volume, your piano doesn't die, and when you turn it up all the way, it doesn't blow you out of your house. But say that you want full access to your entire volume range, as in 0 all the way up to 100%. Okay, it's pretty easy to change. But before I show you that, there are actually 2 ways to change it. But understand right now that the master volume is in main, okay? It's right there. If I push the master V button right there, it'll remove it, okay? And now I don't have it, obviously. I'm going to put it back in, master V in main. All right? And once again, what I want to do is make this so that I have the full volume range from 0 to 100. Okay, the fastest way to get all of the power that I want is just to hit set levels. Just hit set levels like that, hit the orange button, hit 4 zeros. That is all of the device, everything that your device has to offer, all the way from 0 all the way up to 100. So if you want the full 100, or wherever you want that master volume to be, the master maximum volume for your device, just set that. And let's just set it all the way up right there, okay? Touch that again, hit cancel. Now you'll notice that you have 100% volume, okay? But see how even though that goes all the way to the left, there's still some volume there. What if I want that to go all the way to 0? Well, this is how you do it. Hit the settings cog, enter 4 zeros, touch advanced settings, touch yes, hit excuse me, set default limits and levels for master in main, top button, hit the clear button, turn that all the way to the left, set low. Don't hit the done button. Turn this all the way to the right, hit set high. Hit done. Wait for a second for that to clear. Hit done. Hit home. Now you'll notice that you have, let's get a song going. You notice that you have 0 all the way up to 100. See that? So what if you want to set your default level so that it's up about that high and it maybe only goes that high? Well, that's pretty easy to do. You can do it for a particular album by just hitting set levels. Set your low wherever you want it. Set your high wherever you want it. Apply that to that album. Now that's your high, that's your low for that album. But that doesn't have anything to do with the next album. Okay? I still have full access. What if I don't want to have, what if I want to set a minimum and a maximum for every single album on this device? Once again, go to that cog, hit 4 zeros, go to advanced settings, hit yes, set default levels and limits for master and main, hit clear, and set that wherever you want. Say, okay, now this is kind of confusing, but this is your control for all of the volume that this device has. So, say if I want to turn it down to right there. That's as loud as I want it to go. Okay, that's fine. Now this one right here, now I'm going to set my low. But I can't pay attention to that. I just have to listen to the sound and to that number. So say if I go up to about 45 and I hit set low. Now what I want to do is set my high. Now this is all global, remember. But this number right here represents the, how do I explain this? From here to here, this 100% means 100% of wherever that is set to. So if I crank this all the way up to 100 here, it actually means that I'm setting it to 68. Does that make sense? So I hit set high, okay? I hit done, I hit done, I hit home. Now you'll notice, remember that I set it at about right there for the low? and I set the high right there. Now this is the case for everything on this device. See that? And see that. It's now a global thing. And should I do it one more time? Let's do it one more time, just to make sure you understand. First of all, I'm going to reset everything, okay? Reset all settings. Reset. Okay? I'm going to hit home. I'm going to pull up some music. Get some Beatles going. Alright, so now you'll notice that I have, I have about 80% of full volume, and it goes down to about 30%, and I did that on purpose, as in that is the default global setting for every album on this device. Now, remember, this time I want to change it so that, okay, I want to have full access, as in all the way down to nothing, all the way up to 100%. The easiest way to do that, is just to hit the settings cog, hit 4 zeros, advanced settings, yes, set default levels and limits for master and main right there. And I'm going to hit, you can keep that song playing if you want to, but I would hit clear, set your low, and remember this is your overall maximum, so let's turn it all the way up. And I'm going to set my low at 0. Don't hit done. Set my high all the way up to high, set high. And now I'm going to hit done. And I'm going to hit done again, and I'm going to hit home. Now I have 100% access to everything, all of the sound range from 0 to 100. Okay? Now one more time, let's set it about right there as the minimum global and about right there as the maximum global. Go into settings, hit your 4 zeros, hit advanced settings, hit yes, hit that, hit clear, and say I only want it right there for maximum volume for my device, right there. See that? So I set that as the maximum. Now I'm going to set my minimum while listening to the piano. About right there maybe. Set low. Now I'm going to turn that all the way up. And remember, this represents 100% of whatever that number is. And hit set high. Wait a second. Hit done. Wait a second. Hit done. Hit home. Now you've done it. Global setting. See that? For every single album on your device. Okay? All the way up, all the way down. Now if you want to set the volume levels just for that album, hit set levels. Oh, and actually before you do that, put these about in the middle. Hit set levels. Now this is just for this album. Turn that down to wherever you want. Turn that up to wherever you want. There you go. And hit apply to album. Okay? Does that make sense? All the way down, all the way up. And the red appears and the blue appears, red appears, blue appears. That means hot, that means cold. High level, low level. This button is also highlighted, which means that that particular album has been, that you have set the levels on it. So now let's just go to another album right here. Okay, notice how those disappeared, those lights, those colors disappeared, and that button is no longer highlighted. But our global default levels are set and working. I hope that makes sense.